Hey, Dustin Hockenssmith here with Greg Pickle from PennLive.com. We're talking a little Penn State recruiting, and I think one of the biggest storylines coming out of the opening regional in New Jersey for the Penn State class as a whole is the momentum, or at least the perception of momentum, with Justin Shorter, a giant 6'4", 220-pound wide receiver. We were just talking about this. Shorter showed in New Jersey nothing that wasn't already visible on his film, but he did it in a pretty big platform, ran something in the neighborhood of a 4.5 40. So he is on the radar now. He's going to the opening, and he's got people's attention.
Yeah, no question about it. Back when he committed in August 2016, you had wrote that he was underrated, but that probably wouldn't last long. And somehow he went through an entire high school season at South Brunswick in Monmouth Junction, New Jersey, and he still stayed underrated. Then he showed up at the opening regionals in New Jersey last weekend. He checked in at 6'4", about 215, 220. I think he might actually be closer to 6'5" in cleats, maybe even 6'6" when all is said and done. He's still growing. So ran a 4.52, was named the fastest man at that camp. Everything else checked out. He's a star, and he's only going to see his profile rise from here for Penn State. He's a guy that they wanted in this class early on for obvious reasons. He's almost Jawan Johnson and Irvin Charles size as a junior in high school. I mean, it's scary to think what he's going to do as he continues to grow, and once he gets under Dwight Galt's direction at Penn State. So, obviously, very good news for the Lions coming out of that camp with him.
Penn State getting a good one for sure. I think he is the most talented wide receiver prospect of the James Franklin era at Penn State. I said that a while ago. It certainly seems worth sticking by now. And I think, depending on what his growth looks like, can you picture him being 6'6", and maybe 240 pounds, and playing more of a hybrid tight end wide receiver role?
Absolutely. I think his future is endless. And, you know, that's the one thing we've heard James Franklin talk about a lot, is that they want to get guys like this on campus and see where their body goes. They don't like pegging them into Justin Shorter, you are an absolute wide receiver and or, you know, tight end. It's no, let's see. We know he can catch the ball really well, and we know that he's a big-bodied guy. Let's get him on campus. Let's see where he's at come August or June, and, you know, then we'll decide what he's going to play in the future. But absolutely, you could see that in the future.
He's going to be a good playmaker no matter where he ends up. He's an explosive guy. Big bone, big frame. We'll see what happens with him. But I think the bottom line here is a good piece of news following the Micah Parsons thing. Penn State's 2018 recruiting class is still moving definitely in the right direction. Shorter, a good bump for him, probably in the rankings, is coming his way too. That's Greg Pickle. I'm Dustin Hockenssmith, talking Penn State recruiting on PennLive.com.